Are you worthy to be called an African American? Are you worthy of that title, the honor of that privilege? The question came up, are you worthy to be called an African American? I know a lot of you that I call Black Americans, you want to be called an African American. And I was thinking of quite a few different scenarios that play out. One, let's look at the statistics. About 20 to 25% of Black Americans or African Americans maybe have a college degree. I won't even say a bachelor's, I just say a degree. 20 to 25% maybe, and we're taking into consideration the entire population of the United States that are Black Americans, African Americans. I still don't like that term. Now let's compare that to the statistics from Blacks from Africa, from the continent of Africa, which I call true African Americans. About 31% of them have a degree or a college degree of some type or kind. And 31%. Now imagine, we're talking about the entire population that is Black from the United States, 25%. Now imagine, the percentage from Africa is 31%. It's not as many people, but 31% of those people have a degree, a college degree of some type. Now, by far, that is a much larger number of people, even with all the people that are born here, that are Black Americans, than that are from Africa. Why is that the case? Because they take education more serious, because they take life at a different attitude toward it more serious. Again, I'm reminded of a student that asked the question, "Professor, why are Americans' schools so easy?" I couldn't answer the question. I can't answer that, can't truly answer that. Also another story, there was a very large company that had an executive who was an African from the continent of true African American, and he was in his office. He had a corner office. Now, it just so happens that all the Black Americans, they were down in the mailroom, and this was a while ago. That's when they had mail rooms where they would bring your mail to your office. So he didn't get his mail one day. He called down to the mailroom, and he said, "I need you to bring my mail up to me." And they hung the phone up. And he said, he Black like us. He could walk down here and get his own mail. Well, the news or the information from that conversation made its way back up to the Black executive who was from Africa. Well, he called him back. He said, "Look here, I was born on the continent of Africa in a country that was poor. I didn't have much. I had my opportunity to immigrate to the United States, where I took advantage of all the schools and the university, the same things that you have the opportunity to take advantage of. I educated myself. I bettered myself. I got my degrees. I moved up in positions of authority. Look, you had the same opportunities, but you didn't. Instead, you played around, and now you are in the mail room. You bring me my mail, and I'm not going to ask you again." Well, needless to say, they brought him his mail. What are you taking advantage of? Or do you just want the title with no work? "Oh, I want to be called African American." I think there's something more to that. I think there's something deserving to that, especially when I have to compare myself to my true African American counterparts that are truly from the continent and nations in Africa. Do I deserve that? In my case, I would say yes, but I prefer Black because I'm from a different culture. But that said, if you really do want to be called African American, are you deserving of that title? Do you deserve that? Let me know what you think.